What's up, everybody? My name's Noe, owner here of Millennial Threadz locally in Whittier, California. We offer everything that you need, anything from custom t-shirts, custom, banners, stickers, embroidery, hats, you name it, we do it all here. We are a one-stop shop. If you like anything that you see or want to order or work with us, hit us up on IG at Millennial Threadz. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how I got started in the apparel custom business, So I've been in the game now for about 3 years. I started in January 2020, and I started with the white toner laser printer. So the Oki Pro, I don't know if you guys are using the Oki Pro. It's a great way to start off, right? You're offering, full color prints, and then you scale from there,
What made you want to start with that printer?
So I went with the Oki Pro, but because right before that, just a little backstory, my sister was doing vinyl with the Cricut, and she was doing things like cups and stuff, for teachers and stuff. And I was like, damn, that's pretty dope. But just seeing her like weed, man, forever was just like, Jesus, that was gonna take forever. So I tried to figure out a way where I can get full color prints without having to do the weeding. And that's ultimately what led me to the Oki Pro, right? It offered, a full color prints without having to weed, right? All you have to do is, put the, mask, A to B, and then you're ready, so.
But kind of moving a little bit too forward, you don't use it anymore, but we'll get to why you don't use it anymore. Now, 2020, you were doing that, but you had a full-time job.
Yeah, in 2020, I was still working my full-time job. To be honest, I don't even know where I was working at, but I know I wasn't doing this full-time. I was still, going to work every day, 9 to 5, and then doing this after work,
And were you juggling both, or was the t-shirt just a hobby? What were you at?
At the time when I started, the t-shirt was just kind of a thing I got into because of the brand that I wanted to start it, right? I wanted to start my own brand. And the people I was working with was an online thing, like print on demand. The quality just wasn't there, so I decided to get something on my own so I can, decide how the quality comes out. And that kind of led me to work for, or offer work for other people. Other people were like, oh, shoot, you do shirts. Can you do mine? Or, and this and this and that. And then that's how it all started. That branched off to kind of where I am now,
Now, 2022, you were doing your job, doing t-shirts on the side. But then 2022, you decided to go all in. Why?
So in 2022, which was just last year, I decided to do this full time, right? I mean, by now I've been doing it for quite some time. My business has grown quite a bit. So because of the work that I was doing, right, I was working as a driver, and it was early mornings, so I had to be up at 5. And as most of you guys will know, I'm not a morning person, man. And one of the best things about working for yourself is coming in whatever time you want, But because of that, right, I couldn't juggle both things. I couldn't go to work at 5 in the morning and then still have the energy to come back and do this, after work. I did for some time, but as you do it, for weeks and months, you get tired of it. So I decided, what, I'm gonna pull the trigger and I'm gonna try to do this, full time. And luckily, it's been the best decision I've ever made, man.
But when you quit, you didn't have a lot of business. You took that leap of faith.
Yeah. So when I quit, I a lot of people say don't quit your day job until you're ready. I wasn't ready, man. I took the leap of faith, and I put my work, my trust in, and God knows who, So right before I quit, I was already building my business, right? I had already moved into this location that I'm at right now. But even with all this, I took a leap of faith. I wasn't sure if I was able to afford it and keep going, So. But luckily I did, I'm doing good.
How are you getting business when you decided to go all in?
Most of my business now, and then comes from IG. Instagram is been doing wonders for me. And then of course referrals. Referrals are always good, people hit me up because of so-and-so, and that's how we get things done,
So let's say there's somebody out there who's growing their business. They want to get more business from Instagram. What are some tips you have for them? Is it pictures? Is it videos? Is it communication? What would you say?
I would say for someone out there who wants to get more customers, definitely focus on the quality of work that you do. I think a bunch of people that come back to me are because of the work that we do, right? We offer quality. We don't just send off some half-assed work out. So focus on the quality, and I'm sure customers will come. I can't say to post on Instagram daily because I personally don't do that. But I do offer quality work, right? And when the work goes out, people see it and they're like, hey, that thing looks dope. Where'd you get it from? And that's how it starts, right? It's always like, hey, that looks dope. Where'd you get it from? And then they'll be like, oh, we got it from Millennial Threadz, and then bam, you have an opportunity. Might not be a customer, but you have an opportunity to gain someone else, you know? So.
Got it, man. Now you have the shop, you're growing it. What's the next move for you, for the business?
So for the business now, obviously we have the shop, which is kind of like our workshop. But I'm opening up a small kiosk, like a little retail space. And there, you know, we'll sell, you know, retail ready items, you know, we'll sell hats, hoodies, you know, shirts. And then obviously we'll offer our custom services there, you know. So that's gonna be another expansion of where people can go, see our work, and if they like it, they can, you know, obviously order, you know, something custom for themselves, you know. So that's our next step right now within, like, you know, a few months. You know, we're talking a year, 2 years on the road, you know, I obviously want to open a big brick and mortar store, you know, and offer, honestly, my end goal is to offer local brands, you know, a place where they can showcase their designs, their, you know, their work and stuff like that, you know. And it'll be kind of like a Paxton, you know, but instead it'll be like local brands, you know. That's really my goal.
Now, let's say there's another person who making shirts out of their room. They want to shop. What's one piece of advice you have for them?
Someone who's still working out of the room, I started out of my room, you know, so someone who's still working out of the room, I'd say you scale, you know, little by little, you know, they have little offices that you can rent out. And then I think once you have the equipment, right, that you think, you know what, I might need a bigger space in like a warehouse. You know, I'm all gun ho, man. So I say pull the trigger, you know, do it. Believe in yourself, you know, don't let anybody doubt you. There's always fear, there's always a risk, you know, but, you know, when there's a big risk, you know, there's always a big reward, man. So that's how I started my custom apparel business. And if you guys ever do need anything, please hit me up on my Instagram. You know, we'll make sure to get you guys out some quality stuff, you know. And if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe.